Good morning, friends. Today we'll solve the follow-up 2, which is online sampling on streaming data. So far in the previous videos, we have done the sampling on the static data with a list of integers. This time we will do the streaming for the streaming data. And this is how, as we discussed in the problem statement, that this is how the network packet sniffer works. So let's go to the IntelliJ now. And here I will start writing the unit test case first. Now to save some time, I will copy the previous test case. Let's take this and random online sampling. I mark it as test random online sampling and just remove this. Similarly, I will change this as well. Test random online sampling. Okay, and remove this as well. I don't think we need this as well. So guys, just for the simplicity of this problem, actually the problem statement says that we should be listening on the network and keep on reading the packets from there and keep on doing the random sampling on that network data. But because this is like going to be like quite like a handful, if I just write the whole network stream classes here. So instead of that, what I will do is that I will create a file. In the file, I will input all those like integer data, and then in our online random sampling in the actual production code, I will read that data one by one, and that will actually mimic as that is actually reading it from a network stream. So for that, I will just use, as mentioned, that I will use a file. So I'll create a path first for that file. So path of this, and then I will pass source test resources. Okay, so I'm going to pass this resources here, and here I will create a new file, something as say online sampling dot binary file. This is the path, Control Alt V, and then it will be online sample path, right? So online sample path. As I'm using Java 11, I will use Final Warrior. Okay. So this is the file which I will be creating in my test resources folder here, and I will write the data there first, and I will just mimic it as actually the network stream where we are reading the packets one by one. So let me now write some data here in this file. For that, I will use try with resources. Always advisable to use try with resources when we are reading a file. This is a very important point. We can always say to the interviewer while we are writing this code. Always speak loud when you are just always think loud whenever you are writing this code and showing the demo. And keep on asking any questions to the interviewer, asking more details about the problem. So let's have this first. We have got this files.new output stream, and I will pass this online sample path. And after that, I will, okay, this is inside the try statement, try with resources. I will also create another resource here, which should be closable, object output stream. And I will just pass this new object output stream, and I will pass this OS that we have created, the new output stream. Okay. Now this is complete, and let me create this. And so let's press Alt Enter. So add cache loss or add exception to method signature. So this is good enough. Okay. So it covers both of these exceptions here. So we have created an output stream, and then we pass the same to a decorator pattern, and then using this object output stream, we pass this OS. Okay, output stream. Now let's write the data. So we already have the data, a list of integers here. So I will use the same to write it to the file. So I will do data dot for each, because we already have integers written here. And for each of this, I could pass a lambda here to write it. So again, inside this, I will use a try block. And in this try block, I will write using write object method. Okay, we are going to write object, and I will wrap it with the integer dot value of I. Okay, and it's already showing me catch for this. So I will. So this actually creates alt ender add class. Okay, it's already given me catch. So let's use this IntelliJ feature to auto generate it instead of typing it. So it already throws this write object method will throw IO section, which is already caught here. Okay, so what we are doing is that we are having this list of integers from 1 to 10, and we are writing it to the file using the write object method. But inside it, we are actually passing the integer object itself. So now at this point, we are able to write all those like integers from 1 to 10, one by one. And after this, I will call this the actual method, which will give me the sample, right? Online sampling. For that, again, I will use input stream. Again, try with resources. I will use this files dot new input stream, and I will pass this online sample path. So we are going to read our samples that is generated, and I will print int list, the print list ability that we've created, and sampling is the object that we created for random sampling, and I will call random online sampling. I haven't created this method yet. I will create it now, where we pass this input stream and a sample size of 4. Okay. So let me revise what we have done so far. So we have created a path where we have written in our online resources, we are going to write all those integers stored in data from 1 to 10. Once we have written that file, then we actually create an input stream from this path. So we are just going to mimic it as a network where we are reading the data which is in this file as an input stream, and then we pass this input stream to the random online sampling method with the sample size. What it means is that this is our like online real-time data where we are going to receive the network packets. Now here we are mimicking it as a file, and then we are going to provide a random sample size of 4 from this streaming data. Now let's write this unit.